we're extreme in agree on passion, and we need to quit being such extremists. But the thing we don't need to quit being extremists with is you're either with us or against us, and there ain't no in between, and there ain't no shades of gray when it comes to that. And we Scorpios love solid foundations that believe in rotating cycles. And when we do stuff for you, it's not about us expecting anything in return. But if there are days where we don't have it and we scratch your back, we do kind of expect you to scratch ours. And at the end of the day, if you're not there if you're ghost when we need you the most, and we do inventory, numbers ain't where they're supposed to be, well, that's out. And we're just gonna treat it as such. And clap that, right? And Scorpio, most hated and elevated, we just don't half-ass anything we do. We just initiate application in almost every scenario. Even if we don't even give a fuck about it, right? Especially if you told us we couldn't do it, we're gonna do it just to fucking do it better than you, and then fucking not give a fucking ever about it again, just because you told us we couldn't, right? We're just that kind of motherfucker. We're funny like that. But I just think we're trying to juggle a lot. We got relevant shit going on, and we got, ouch, tough crowd, crocodile tears. Like, it just sucks to know that, like, you unconditionally fuck with a lot of people, and you've seen them on their worst days. Like, on your worst, like, you're looking like shit. Taking as a resonance is a lot better than they're looking like shit. And, like, you have your days and your ways, but Scorpio, you're solid, and like, you invested a lot. I know I've said this a couple times, but Scorpio, you're only investing in 2026 in things you see results in, and that's numbers. That's your goals. You feel better when you get certain shit done, when you work, when you make money, when you cross things off your little weird-ass mental list you make every fucking day of impossible shit to do, right? If you cross at least one thing off that fucking bucket list, you're accomplished for the day. All that good shit trumps. All that good shit last year left you satisfied and facilitated so much growth, and then but you're no longer investing in 2026 in things you didn't see much results in, and that's people. 2025, that was relationships, that was communications. You're just not gonna give your all. You're gonna dip your feet in the water maybe if you deal with it, and then you'll dive head deep, but you're not doing that. You're only investing in shit you see results in, and that's numbers. The numbers, they never lie. They'll never let you down. They're always accurate. Nothing more, nothing less. And they're always what the fuck they said they were going to be. And you guys are all about that shit, right? And that all ties in a nutshell. We got to set this next 5-minute timer so I don't go over time. But we're just going to know that we got 3 more minutes, and that's 60 seconds three fucking times. And then shut the fuck up and move on to the next time. Goddamn. So, goddamn, in case somebody else gets some fucking food in their mouth. But Scorpio gang, a lot of your shit is around the bottom, and according to these notes, if it's around the bottom and the handle on the side is all about love and feelings. You got a little bit of shit across from the handle. That's about money and career. More is initiated around money and career. So maybe since it's on the handle and it's bringing it all the way, collaborating the handle. It says if it's on the handle. But if it's right across from the handle, which there's a lot right across from the handle, okay? There's a lot like right here, caked in right here. And then there's a lot right across from the handle, caked. And then there's nothing. So I take that as like you're working on the love and feelings, the feelings and the love for your money. And if you're not downloading budget apps to utilize, if you're not saving money and putting money up and making better budget decisions, then you're utilizing other sources of income, or you're finding other ways to make money. So if you're not saving money, then you're finding other ways to make more money. It's one or the other. But you're doing something to tap in, something crucial with your numbers, something differently than you did last. You've gained something. You have something more to show for than last year, for sure. And it's something big. It's something that took a while to save for. It's something that doesn't come overnight. Maybe some of you, I don't know, but it's all this. So we're gonna go in if we see any numbers. Okay, I definitely see this could be a 6. Do you guys see that? This could be a 6, or the upside down, this could be a 9. So it says if we see a number, go off this one first. And I got a few of them to go off of, and I'm going to get a bunch more. The first number you see, 9, is all about fruition, attainment, completion, and renewal. But if it doesn't resonate, if you don't resonate with upright, then you'll resonate with upside down reverse, which is 9. And that says, that's the second number we see. So if it's the second number, we have to go off this key term list. And according to this key term list, the second number is 9. And that's all about completion and fulfillment. And that's crazy because on 2 separate key term lists, you got pretty much the same definition. Look, you guys, the first number you see, first number I seen when I looked at the cup, me, personally, 6. That's the way I was holding it. 6, you guys, is communication, problem solving, and cooperation. My bad. I was reading 7s on this. And then it said the second number you see, which it upside down could be 9. Right? You guys see that? On this one, it says if you see a second number, only if you see a second number, this is the list you'll read off of. This is all about completion and fulfillment, according to the spell book. So, do with that what you will, Scorpio. It says keep searching for numbers and shapes, and I need to get more tapped in to the shapes. I forgot what these horseshoes mean, so I'll get more brushed up on that, and then I can tell you guys a little more. Like I said, I just started. I see a lot towards the bottom of the cup, and that's all about future and external events, pending events. And I just see like, you're going to be you're already a kinetic, passionate, deep-ass motherfucker, but you're going to be diving head deep into these passionate discussions, these extended debates. And some of these people, they're not going to comprehend your impeccable vocabulary or even know the big-ass words you're saying or what they mean to even reply and respond. But some of them just won't have the time, and some of them will not care. And careful where you distribute your energy, because you do withhold vital information. You may just need to work on delivering the message and getting to the point. Not everybody has time, but they know you do have a good point, and they really hope that you work on that, so that, because if you get to the point, the message is the message you have to deliver is vital ass information, right? And if you can learn how to communicate it properly, you got a broad ass audience you can reach, right? So tap in something crucial to your communication skills, and then just for the people on their way to work and don't have all that time, but they still want to hear what you got to say. They just don't have all that time in the day. If they did have 25/8, they wish, but it's 24/7, and so be more accommodable for them, right? And cut the shit short. And once you learn how to do that, then everybody can hear the message, right? Even the people busy on their rush to work, right? And then so then therefore for the Scorpios that really understand that and dig deep within, it's important for them to deliver a message and reach a broad audience. And some it's not, right? But if it is, you'll initiate that application and revise that. You'll start having better internal discussions and talking to yourself better. And then when you internally speak to yourself better, you can externally express yourself more properly, and all your external events will elevate. Hopefully I thoroughly explained that. I want to go over your surface real quick. This is all about the empire. This is the structure. Oh, okay. So, Squirrel, before I forget. Now, as you go into these deep, passionate discussions, and I'm not talking about stupid ass shit. I'm talking about somebody died, you're losing people, people are getting locked up that you love, or just sad things are happening, like bad, detrimental, traumatic ass shit. Just remember, like, you were built for that shit, you know what I mean? And, like, as you get into these discussions, maybe you're seeing people from the past that these fucking traumatic experiences happen, you're bumping into them, whatever. If you get into these deep discussions, it's not, just understand that, like, Scorpios dive deep. And we're emotionally intelligent motherfuckers. And if motherfuckers want to act like a bitch on the side and run like little bitches from all their shit, and including their emotions, and don't want to just face them head on in conversations, and they can't handle a little awkward ass conversation, we'll grab a nigga by their pussy date. Like it's okay. Tell them gently remove the tampon, grab them by their pussy, and like throw their ass back in the kitty shallow ass end where they belong. It's not for everybody. The deep end is for grown folk. You know what I mean? And don't anchor them down. You want to be... Scorpio, it's about to be critical conditions. Shit's about to hit the fan. And when shit does hit the fan, you want to be with motherfuckers who can protect you. When shit does hit the fan, you want to be with somebody who can survive and has survival skills. and is gonna be the last one standing. You want to be with the motherfuckers with the advantageous view, and that ain't the motherfucker who taps out just because of awkward conversation. Okay? Yeah, and that's what it really boils down to. When shit's the fan, you want to be with the last motherfucker standing, the A team. Okay? And the A team, like to be even qualified for the A team, you gotta have definitely physical strength, but for sure mental strength. And that requires you to get in extended debates, right? And some of these people, don't let them even put you in a position where you're overloading or over explaining yourself, or just what's understood ain't gotta be explained. Just save that for the people who appreciate the vital information you do withhold. Move the fuck on and just fucking anchor their ass. Don't anchor them down. Let their ass float right back to the top. It's not for everybody. A lot of people out here, they think they want to be too hard for the yard because the glamorized American dream and like illuminating facade that America has given it, the definition of an American gangster. But it's not cool to be a gangster, right? It's just another marketing strategy, and it's just another trap. And so don't let your demons take you to hell. Introduce them to heaven. Do with that what you will. Work on paraphrasing, summarizing, and get straight to the point. If there's somebody that is getting the best of you, a little bit too much of you, just know that there is actually people, whether you do find it within yourself to paraphrase and summarize, there's people that will listen regardless. It's just you're going to reach a broader audience if you do work on that. Because I know that because my school pays for a Grammarly thing. And before we submit anything, we have to punctuate our shit and run it through Grammarly. And it's good. It tells you what your, not only does it punctuate your shit correctly, but it tells you how your tone sounds to an audience. And it'll straight up tell me, hey, you're talking too much. Or it'll straight up tell me, get to the point. Or it'll straight up tell me in a professional way what is not like necessary out of that whole sentence. And it'll sometimes cut off the whole sentence. So only like a quarter of what I said was actually necessary, right? And according to society's grammar, when I say that draws away audience right there. It's a lot of beneficial shit in Grammarly. Grammarly is dope, but like I'm talking, my school pays for it, $300 a year, I guess. But that shit's beneficial as fuck, dude. Like it edited my whole resume for me. Honestly, I got a badass resume because of that. And when I'm even talking shit and dissing people, it makes me sound like top tier executive. I like Grammarly. I don't use it just for school, but I got the dope ass upgraded membership because my school, and I'm reaping all the rewards of that, because sometimes that shit ain't me. That shit's Grammarly paraphrasing it to sound like dope as fuck, and I sound fucking genius sometimes, right? But for sure, when I submit any assignment, I run it through the Grammarly, right? Alright, so, yeah, but utilize Grammarly, it's dope, and, moving on to Pisces in a minute, alright? Smoke break, take your 3 deep breaths, and, inhale the situation, let that shit trip in your brain, and exhale that shit, but last but definitely not least, it just looks like, man, you guys are deep, passionate motherfuckers, and, if you get into these passionate discussions, if you can already just like peep game at the beginning that they're fucking rude, deprived of experience, or wouldn't really comprehend or understand, like, yeah, I wouldn't talk much about speech impediment either, but if they're just like people who are like basic and dull moments, they've really never experienced shit, they're like from under a rock, like bikini fucking bottom Patrick ass status, consider who you do decide to have these tells with. There's time and place, right? And some people are just not the people to go into other dimensions with. They're not the type of people to really have like certain discussions with. And some people just grab their ass by the pussy day and throw their ass right back in the kitty shallow end, because it's not for everybody. It's not. We're some intense motherfuckers, but like we're strong-minded, loyal ass motherfuckers, and we need motherfuckers that are gonna reach our loyalty level. A lot of what determines loyalty in somebody who can fucking hold water is their mental strength. And if they're a weak-minded motherfucker who's just gonna listen to everything they hear, never try shit for themselves, You don't really, what the fuck can they tell you about life? And what the fuck you want to be influenced or tapped in with somebody like that for? You want to be tapping in with somebody who's seen the world and is attending exquisite, exotic ass occasions and learning different languages. Nigga, if it ain't foreign, it's boring. And like if you a Scorpio like me, you trying to travel the world, and you can't do that shit with no basic minded motherfucker, sheltered ass motherfucker from under a rock, old fucking boring ass, basic ass, put your ass to sleep ass, yawn ass, catch a disease ass motherfucker. You got to do that shit with adventurous ass motherfuckers who are jumping, skydiving out of planes and fucking crazy shit, trying shit every day, learning new musical instruments and just fucking dope ass shit. Okay, you can't do that shit with no basic ass bitch. So you just need to tell them. Scorpio, last but not least, you got a lot of undivided attention on the gang next time we follow on the timer, but haven't done that much for you guys in a while, and I just hear a lot of Scorpios, last but definitely not least, just screaming, oh, fuck, how did I do that? That's fucked up, that was a good one. Oh, damn, hey, Rudy. That's crazy, Wavy, because when it comes to my head, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna stop everything I'm doing, stop everything y'all are doing, and I'll be sure to hop out in here and be like, oh, I was gonna say something. Oh, my bad, before I forget again. Everybody does it, shut up. So, I just hear Scorpio saying, man, you just need to stick to a basic, bitch. You can't handle what comes with being with an artist. And I just hear them saying that to a lot of the people they're dealing with. Take it as resonate. So you're going to either resonate with upright or reversed. And last but definitely not least, as I move this around a little bit more, I just can't help but see a eye. Like you're going to be woke. Like doesn't it not look like an eyeball, you guys? That's crazy. With the pupil right there in the center perfectly. And the eyelash like that. And the eyebrow, that's crazy, bro. And now it looks like you're crying. The eye's crying, right? Crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Maybe it's just because I'm trying to hold it in a overhead view for you guys. But man, I did see an eye, and I see this being the pupil. And in the pupil, there's specks in it, right? And like, I just see like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And make sure that you just want to tap in with people. You don't want to tap in with anybody unless they're willing to wipe your asshole if you get cancer tomorrow. Like, if you ain't willing to wipe my ass if I get cancer tomorrow, eat a bag of dicks. I'm only trying to tap in with solid foundations. And that requires people that are going to fuck with me on my good or bad days. Because we got our days and we got our ways, but we are solid. And people who travel the world to find people that are trustworthy, loyal, and solid. They go all around the world, you know what I mean? So, there's people that would pay to have somebody. Some people have so much shit and they're so paranoid they have cameras inside and outside their house. And people are out to get them, right? Some people are just paranoid and they're dumb. And it's like, nigga, you're not that guy. But some people do have it like that. And man, you gotta imagine like some of the shit that they go through to even be. To even be that paranoid, right? I just feel like a lot of people being around, like Scorpio. You know who respects you for you, and you know who neglects you for you, and it pans out. All right, smoke break. But I see that you see things. Oh, if you ever have a day where you're not that 50-50, just make sure people can meet you with that 80-20, okay? Because you're usually going above and beyond, right? So if there's ever a day you just feel like you can't do anything, right? Make sure you got people around that can meet you with that. If you can't meet them with that 50%, make sure you got people that'll let you meet them with that 20 and they'll cover you with that 80 because it's all about percentages, right? And like I said, we don't do shit for people expecting anything, but we do appreciate rotating cycles. And if you are a ghost when we need you the most, you'll end up being no longer. I think that's Sita. All right, smoke, bro. I'm glad a lot of people joined in, and I'll invite co-hosts. I don't really know how to do it, but I'll do it. So, whoa, if that resonated any, tap in. All right. Tap into this clip. Just kidding. And everybody, parental advisories, it's not for kids, it's explicit ass content, it's not for kids, Solo's Coffee Cup Lounge, and if I suck, whatever, but if it did resonate, don't forget to like, subscribe. What the fuck? Obviously that's my cat. She's like, bitch, before this store closes at 10 o'clock, you go get my wet food, you stupid bitch. Probably what she's saying. You're about to chastise the nigga. Hey. Well, maybe it wasn't my cat. Well, maybe it wasn't my cat. And I heard raccoons don't even come up to people, right? But I was feeding it for a little bit, and that motherfucker was like scaring this possum that was coming away. Like, I hate possums. And then I looked up online that if a possum and a raccoon got into it, that a raccoon would beat up a possum. That's fucking good shit, right? Alright, you guys, smoke break. Join me in the extended version for Pisces. And I'll look back and review and make sure there's not anybody else I missed, okay?